In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to create a currency system that you can see at the top left that grants currency, and then you can also purchase stuff using that currency. So to start off, what you're going to do is come up to the top to Verse. You're going to click Verse Explorer. This will open up this Verse Explorer window. Then you want to right click, then click Add New Verse File to Project. I'm going to name it currency underscore buy. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to name it this, and then I'm going to click create empty. Now this will create an empty verse code. Come here to the top, click verse, and then you can see that my currency underscore buy verse code is here. Now when you purchase the verse code, that can be found on my PayHip. The link to that is down in the description. All you got to do when you open up the note is right click, select all, and then right click copy. And then in here, just delete the fill this file with your verse script, and then Control V to paste it in. Then to save it, I'm going to come up to the top left and click save. Now when I go back, I'm going to click X, just minimize this. I'm going to come up to the verse at the far top left, and then I'm click build verse code. Now what this is going to do, it's going to put a verse manager device in my folder just like this. You can see currency underscore manager, and I'm simply just going to drag it out. Once I've dragged it out and clicked on it, on the right you can see there are a bunch of settings. You can see there's add currency triggers, currency amounts, purchase triggers, purchase costs, purchase reward granters, insufficient funds audio, and purchase success audio. So included when you buy the verse code, there will also be these two audios here that I will also include when you purchase it. So first off, we're just going to start with the audios. I'm just going to go to my content drawer and look up the audio device here. I'm going to drag out the audio player, and I'm just going to drag this out a little bit. I'm going to make the volume 3. I'm going to scroll down, can be heard by instigator only, and play at local player. And that should be it. Next, we go to the top here. We'll say this one's for the success. So I'll just go back to my content drawer where I have it. So purchase, this purchase sound. I'll just click this use selected asset from content drawer. And now the purchase sound is on this audio player. I'll just simply copy and paste this audio player once again. But this time I'll use this audio for the insufficient funds and place that there. Then you want to go back to your verse currency manager, insufficient funds audio. I'm gonna make it pick audio player 2. And same thing for the purchase success. We're gonna make audio player 1. I'm just gonna move these to the side. These won't actually show in game, so you can just move them wherever. Now let's get into the other stuff. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to show the add currency triggers and the currency amount. So these basically link up together. So add currency trigger is how players will be granted their currency. So if I just go to my content drawer and go to trigger and drag out the trigger here and make this the add currency trigger, whenever someone steps over this trigger, they will receive currency. But how much is what you place in the currency amount. So I'm just going to click the plus here. So the first trigger will give the players this amount of currency. So say we want $50 or something, $50. I'll just put 50 there. So now every time someone steps on this trigger, they will be given $50. So you can do this many times. So say for the next trigger, I want it to be give the player like $200, then the second index 1, I'm going to click pick trigger 2, and then index 1 for the currency amounts, I'm going to put $200. It's pretty straightforward and really easy to understand. So now we're going to get into the purchase triggers. Basically the exact same thing. I'm just going to copy and paste trigger all the way over here. So this is our giving the player the currency, and then this is the purchasing. So using this, we can click, so I'm just going to minimize this real quick. Purchase trigger, I'm just going to click +1 and select this trigger. So whenever someone steps over this trigger, they will be granted whatever item is given if they have that currency. And you can also see purchase cost. So say we want to give them a gold scar and it's going to be cost $100. We'll put $100 there. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do another one. This one, we're going to do a gold pump. So once again, purchase trigger, click this trigger, plus again, say the gold pump we want to be $250. We'll do that. And just like that, it's already set up. Okay, so now for the purchase reward granters. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to look up item granter. And since we want this trigger to give a gold scar, we're going to make sure to keep all item lists. We're going to put assault, scroll down to L5, so that's the gold scar. Copy and paste it once again. And then we want a gold pump. So we will do gold pump just like that. Go back to our currency manager. And the purchase rewards, you want once again you want to do them in order. So the first one's the gold scar. So we're going to select the gold scar. And then the second one's the pump. So we're going to select the pump. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch session and show you guys how this looks in game. Okay, so I've now loaded into the game. You can see on the top left that my currency is there. Now, when you first purchase the code, the currency will be far at the top left where the game mode is. Now, to fix this, not fix it, but just like change the position of it, if you want to customize it, if you want it lower down or higher up, you just come back to your reverse code here. And then once it loads up, all you simply have to do is go to UI canvas position. And under Y, it's going to be 50-50 for X and Y. I just changed it to 200. So the higher it goes, the lower it goes. And if you do like 25, then it'll go up even higher. So you can change the position like that. And then once you change it, you just come up to the top left here and click save. And then when you X out, you come up to the top at verse, click build verse code, and then build verse changes. And then it'll load up in your game. But since I've already done that, you can come to the game. And you know that this trigger should grant us 50 gold, or sorry, $50, which it did. And then if I step over this, it should grant me 200, which it just did. Now remember this, I think it was $100 for a gold scar. So if I click over it, you can hear the sound, and it just granted me a gold scar. And I'm pretty sure I can't remember how much the price of the pump was, but if we stand over it, you could hear that I clearly did not have enough currency because it did not grant me it and my money was not taken. So let's go back to the triggers here, and let's say I get another 200 gold. It grants me the golds, so I have 350. And now if I step on that trigger, you'll hear the sound and I get given the gold pump. Now you might be wondering if it's only with triggers. You can use buttons as well for this system. And I'll show you how to do that. All you got to do is just simply go to your content drawer and look up button, drag it out. You can just do the exact same thing and just make it where when the person interacts with the button, they will interact with this trigger. So I'll show as an example. I'll just do this really quick. This will trigger when this button is not triggered. Duplicate it, same thing. And then we can just copy the buttons again and just set them up that this triggers when this button is untriggered. This also triggers when this button is untriggered. And this could be just for like a shop that you want to do where players have to click the buttons to purchase items. So we'll go like that. I'll save the changes and I'll end game. And then once the game has ended, I'll start game again and show you guys that this works. So I'm gonna go back over here. When I click this, it gives me 50 gold, $50. I just clicked that one, gave me 200. If I click this, it will grant me the gold scar. And then if I hold this one, it will not give me anything because I don't have enough currency. So I'm going to earn that currency again. And then go back here and interact for the gold pump. Now there's many other things you can do to grant gold. You can do like on elimination, it triggers this. On picking up a collectible object, it grants currency. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do. It's not just limited to the button, but the trigger will be the base to grant the currencies. Same for like granting items like the pump and the assault rifle. The triggers are always going to be the base. You just gotta link them up to that trigger to then grant it to the player. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's tutorial. If you guys did, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below on what tutorial you'd like to see next. Also, please make sure to check out my Discord and my PayHip. The link to both of those are down in the description. It will be really appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one.